My dear students, welcome to life skill course, namely health and hygiene for third semester UG syllabus. In this class, let us try to develop a question and answer pattern pertaining to health and hygiene. I will try to define health and hygiene. Later, let me explore the different dimensions of nutrition. Health is a state of physical, physiological, psychological, and emotional well being. Health is nothing but a state of physical, physiological, psychological, and emotional well being. That means there should be some sort of balance between physical personality and psychological personality. Then only you can say that you are healthy. Health doesn't mean the absence of disease. Health, no doubt, it creates some sort of comfort for you. But how this health can be maintained, how this health can be sustained, all these aspects let us try to learn in this particular class. So, what are the basics of nutrition? What is nutrition? So, under this category, sometimes the question may be asked like this: write an essay on nutrition. So, let us try to define nutrition first, and after that, let us try to identify the different phases, that means steps involved in the process of nutrition, and let us also try to define each and every phase, each and every step. Later, let us categorize, let us classify different nutrients. After that, let us try to highlight the significance of each and every nutrient. So in this class, let us try to learn the answer like this. So let me define first what is nutrition. Supplying nutrients to the body is called nutrition. But the purpose of nutrients is these nutrients should provide you energy. They should be useful for growth, repair of the body. If there is any damage to your body, that damage should be rectified. That means you should recover from the damage with the help of nutrients. And they also provide you energy. That means nutrients have multiple functions, multiple dimensions. So for the timing, let us remember that the supplying of nutrients is called nutrition. It involves, of course, different phases like ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. Ingestion is nothing but intake of food. That means if you swallow something, if you keep something into your mouth, which is nothing but the organ of ingestion, you can call it as a process of ingestion. Taking in of food is called ingestion. Later, the nutrients that are ingested, that are taken inside your oral cavity, should be digested. This process of breaking down of food into absorbable material, diffusible material, is called digestion. Of course, digestion involves both mechanical, chemical, and microbial phases in turn. Let us not go into those complications. Let us try to confine our discussion only to the definitions. So, digestion is nothing but the breaking down of the macromolecules into the simple molecules, which can be easily absorbed and which can be easily assimilated. And what is absorption? Absorption follows digestion. The end products of digestion should be absorbed into the blood, or sometimes it may be absorbed into the lymph. That means the entry of end products of digestion into either blood or lymph is called absorption. And the next phase of nutrition is assimilation. Assimilation is the conversion of the absorbed food materials into your integral body parts, into your integral proteins, fats, muscles, bones, etc. That means during the process of assimilation, all the food materials which you have absorbed, which you have digested, will become a part and parcel of your body. Sometimes even your psyche, of course, because what you eat, that decides your psychology. What you eat, that decides your emotional balance. And the last step is digestion, of course. Elimination of undigested waste material that are normally non-nitrogenous is called egestion. Egestion is not excretion. Egestion is the elimination of undigested non-nitrogenous waste materials. Of course, nutrition is very much essential because that is responsible for sustenance of life, because life needs sustenance and it is accomplished only by nutrition. Nutrients are required for metabolism, of course, bodybuilding, because certain nutrients provide bodybuilding material. Repair of damaged tissues, without which life is impossible, of course, because life will be simply eliminated within no time if there is no repairing mechanism. Healing, this is recovering the original state is called healing. Active immune system, because without nutrients you can't expect the immune system to be active, because for recovery or for maintaining good health, active immune system is required, and active immune system is maintained only during good nutrient availability. And even for beauty, nutrients are required, of course, because there are certain vitamins without which the beauty and glory and brightness, luster of the body can't be maintained. And emotional balance, because all the nutrients which you are taking inside, they become part and parcel of the hormonal system, integrating system, and without which the emotional balance can't be maintained. So nutrients are required for, of course, metabolism, bodybuilding, repair of damaged tissues, healing, active immune system functioning, for maintenance of beauty, and also emotional balance. And nutrients should supply you lion's share of energy. And nutrients are classified into carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, minerals, vitamins, and water. Out of these six, the last three, they don't need any process of digestion. They can be directly absorbed because they are not macromolecules. Minerals, vitamins, and water, they need not undergo the process of digestion because they can be absorbed directly without undergoing any digestion, because they are micromolecules, not macromolecules. They are not macro insides, they are micro insides. Even alcohol is also absorbed at different areas along the digestive tract, of course. Alcohol sometimes acts as a fuel. Of course, it is needed for the people who are inhabiting colder areas. Of course, it's not required for Indians, because India is a tropical country where there is maximum temperature. You need not burn alcohol for maintenance of the body temperature. So coming to carbohydrates, should be broken down to monosaccharides, protein should be broken down to amino acids, lipids should be broken down to fatty acids and glycerol. Carbohydrates are energy providers, proteins are the building blocks of the body, lipids act as energy depots. And this entire science of nutrition is called dietetics. Entire science of nutrition is called dietetics. Nowadays, some people they take the help of dietitian to consume the suitable diet, especially for celebrities, for actors. There will be a separate dietitian to address to their dietary requirements. Balanced diet is a diet which contains carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, vitamins, minerals, and water in required quantities. Because if the food is not in a balanced proportion, it may become a poison. And sometimes what is food for you may be poison for me. That means tastes differ as rivers differ. But in the supply of nutrients, that means in the entire process of nutrition, you should provide only healthy food materials to the body, not the tasty food materials. So sometimes this balanced diet may not be available to the public. In such cases, public health profile will get disturbed. Especially in sub-Saharan countries, many children suffer from malnutrition. So sub-Saharan countries are known for child malnutrition. Nowadays, sometimes in certain packets of India, not throughout India, not throughout the country, in certain packets of India, this lack of nutrition is very much glaringly seen in certain packets of India. And junk food is the food that provides high calorie energy, which is not required by the body. It doesn't have any nutritional value, but it provides high energy food. It always leads to obesity. Nowadays, obesity has become the major problem because we are becoming sedentary day by day. That means we are going for white collar jobs, and because of our aristocratic lifestyle, we consume the too much of food, junk food that doesn't have any nutritional value. In such case, it adds to the overweight. This problem is called obesity. So anyway, junk food may also be branded as high fat, sugar, and salt food. That means junk food is the food with high calories, of course, but less nutritional value. And this is also named as HFSS, high fat, sugar, and salt. That means they have high contents of fat, sugar, and salt. So that may lead to various complications, obesity related disorders. So this is about the basics of nutrition and significance of nutrition which you have learned today. Every day let us meet with one question and answer. Thank you very much.